Who else we got on the phones? Let's do a rapid fire. We gotta clear some room. Eugnot.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Yo.
Hey, I tuned in about an hour late. I'm sorry about that.
No worries. I was about 10
minutes.
minutes late, and then we had to restart because of an audio issue, and then we were a little... Yeah, we've been late. Had lateness.
I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
My question was, if you've been asked this already, because it has been big game days. It's a big day.
Yeah, big day for game days.
Could you guys give a little bit of a recap of what your favorite stuff was?
Oh, we already did that. Oh, you got egg on your face, bro. We totally already did that.
Like a question. Doesn't have anything to do with game days, but are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Alright.
So next question.
Yeah. What was the grossest situation you've ever had to deal with?
The grossest situation.
Yeah.
What instantly popped into my head was the time I moved from a studio apartment into a 2-bedroom with a friend of mine. And if you've ever moved apartments, sometimes you have the old place for like 2 weeks while you have the new place as well. At least I always did it that way, so I could just move my shit, over the course of after work, a couple weekends in a row. You get some time to get all your old shit out of your apartment into the new place and set up. Well, I had timed when I was going to stop paying the electric bill in the old place wrong, so the power had gone out. But I was already kind of moved most of my shit in, and I had the old place for like another 2 weeks, but I wasn't sleeping there, and it didn't really bother me that I didn't have the power, but I forgot that I had a refrigerator full of food. That sat for about a week before I realized it, and man, I had to clean that because I wanted to get my security deposit back. And that fucking smell and rot and hive. It was a fucking hive of organisms. There were flies, like larvas, like other shit that was moving. Like, so many things grew out of all the fucking rotten food. It was amazing. But it smelled so bad. Yeah. Oh, it's so terrible.
Sorry to hear that.
And when you smell that smell, it just brings you right back. Like, you have that sense memory where it's like, boom. That and, close second place is when my leach lines to my septic system had broken last summer, and I did all the work by myself. That was just every day after work looking forward to coming home, putting a special outfit of clothing on that I didn't care about throwing away when the job was done, because I just had to deal with like digging like 30 years of like shitty dirt up and like replacing the pipe, and then every time my tenant would take a shower, it would fill the septic tank and then flood out into the leach lines, which are now exposed because that's what I'm working on. So I try to time it and get home before my tenant at the time would come home and take a shower, because then like where I'm trying to work now is getting flooded out with like the foulest smelling water, and that smell now, if if I catch like a whiff of that, it just brings that memory back. Like I can pinpoint exactly what that is.
The smell of rotten water?
Well, it's in a septic system. You have not a sewer system, which your house drains everything out into the sewer pipes. A septic system is a giant concrete container that's buried in your yard. All of your toilets, shower, sinks drain into that tank, and it's big. It holds, a lot of water. All the solids settle down to the bottom, all the toilet paper and everything settles, and the liquid stays on top. But it's all the toilet, shower, and sink water and everything else, like if your dryer or washer, or not dryer, but if your washer empties out into that system as well, that stays on top, and it has a spillover when it gets full, and it always stays full. It's basically like a digester. The solids and everything over time break down, and the liquids run off the top. That runoff goes to a perforated pipe that's spread out over, depending on how big your house is, how many people live there, it's different sized. Or it's sized differently. So the leach line's spread out in different areas throughout your field, and then the soil absorbs it, and, plants and everything around your yard use it. But it's, when it gets filtered through the ground and through plants growing and everything like that, you don't smell it because it's all happening underground. But when it's exposed and there's, gray water running out of a pipe that's burst that you're trying to fix, it's terrible.
What a fucking mess.
It is. It was a fucking mess. And I had to look forward to that every day after I got home from work. I had to do that for multiple hours until it got dark every night for about a month. Because it was a problem that was just getting worse and worse as I was trying to fix it. The clay pipe that they used when my house was built in 53 was so damaged and decompressed and fucked throughout all of the yard that there wasn't much I could do to patch this really bad portion. It was a whole long thing that I won't bore the audience with. I think we went into it when it was actually going on.
Oh!
It was bad. Oh. How about you guys have any terrible stories? Like that?
Nothing that bad. I remember one time I was opening up my Halloween decorations one year, and they're in a bin, and as I opened it, a bunch of fruit flies flew out,
Oh.
and somehow it looked like a piece of broccoli had gotten in the bin. And so this was an entire year. Somehow a piece of broccoli fell in while I was taking down my Halloween decorations.
Wow.
And I had no idea how that happened, but that was really gross. We had to throw away a bunch of stuff.
So one piece of broccoli fouled up the whole operation.
Yep.
Now I've heard of
Pretty
people.
gross.
Hiding an egg somewhere for it to rot and then turn into this, stink bomb over time. But now I'm thinking, what an easy solution: broccoli. You just slip. You go to your enemy's house, you slip a little piece of broccoli behind his couch.
I have never done that.
It's foul. Well, you shouldn't. You're a good person.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad to hear that one person thinks I'm a good person.
Well, you've been.
Hey, this guy, you're
What?
the guy with the gross calls, aren't you?
Does he have gross calls?
That's
No.
not Eugnot, is it?
No.
It is.
is.
It is Eugnot.
Eugnot, you need to
Uh-oh.
let it
Uh-oh.
die, alright? You're not going to put up with your behavior. FCC regulations state that if you get a little bit randy on our stream tonight, not only can we prosecute, but we can persecute.
Yeah.
And we will, to the fullest extent. So whatever
Fullest
you said
extent of
about,
the wait. The what extent though? The fullest extent of the law?
we will delete hard drives. Entire
Wow. We
His
can do that
computer-
remotely.
remote wipe. And Twitch, yes, they've given us the tools to do it. So don't think
Yeah.
that I don't know what I'm talking about.
We have a self-destruct button. It plays an air horn and it just wipes your drive.
We keep
So-
it clean, and if you can't, we keep it clean. And if you cannot follow the rules, go
What does
fuck
this guy
yourself.
call?
That's
What
all
is
I have to
what
say
if
about that. What?
Eugnot? What have you called in with before that was disgusting?
I don't want to talk
He
about
called in and said some things about fucking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't say
some
that.
bad things. I didn't. But don't let him say any of those things.
Are you a proponent of big money, big women, big fun?
it. Well, I am, but I'm not going to go into that.
Well, I don't understand what's so bad that he calls. He calls into the
He's called in
podcast.
before, and he's made implications.
He's
about
never
me.
called into my show and said anything negative.
He
So
reported. He said, and he wanted to report out loud on the podcast what I did at that Halloween party. Yes, I know I was caught. Yes, I made a mistake. And
Oh.
he wanted to tell everybody about it.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know
we
how
don't
he
talk
found
ab-
out, but I don't want that out there.
I'm just gonna go ahead and delete his drives then. Right
Delete
now.
his hard drive right
Well,
now.
we haven't used this yet.
Yeah,
Are we being hacked?
delete his hard drive right now.
Okay, he
Just delete
said to Eugnot, so I.
it. Report it to Seagate. Shithead.
He
Sorry.
thought he was in the clear.
Yeah. All right. Well, we took
Then I
care of it.
recognized-